The word I chose to define is the word Gnar, spelled Gnar. According to the Urban Dictionary, it is a shortened version of the word gnarly, meaning high on the scale of dangerousness and coolness, often used among the skateboard crowd. It actually originated in the West Coast with skateboarding and quickly grew to surfing, snowboarding, pretty much any action sport. So, in my personal definition, it's when somebody skates really well, or goes down the mountain really well, or rides a wave really well, it's considered shredding the gnar, because it was gnarly. But no one that actually uses the term is ever any good. So I have a few examples and how it's used differently. My friend John, who I went to high school with, now plays football in California, and he gives us his definition in a surfing context.
Whew. Day and night, just got back from shredding the gnar with my boys. It was gnarly, totally tubular. See, there's two people in this world, surfers and paddleboarders. You'll tell who a real man is by the way they ride them waves. They can either shred the gnar or get swallowed by the gnar.
I now want to introduce my friend Joe and his take on the word gnar. He's only gone a few times and he still lives in Pennsylvania, unlike my friend John, but he kind of thinks he's better than he is, so let's see what he has to say about it.
So, I was going down to Black Diamond, me and my buddy, and, he skis, because he pees sitting down, and, I was going down, and, the bindings came off on my board, and I was like, oh, man, and I'm about to hit this jump, and I was like, screw it, man, hit the jump, landed it, whoop-ha, and, got down to the bottom, you know, and, there's this hot babe sitting right by the ski lift. And she was like, oh my God, how are you so good? And I was like, it's just shredding the gnar, babe.
I've only been snowboarding for a few years now, and the following picture is what happened to me after my last run. Safe to say, I definitely do not shred the gnar. A lot of times when you think of action sports or the word gnarly, you don't really think of adults. It's more of like a younger person thing. But let's see a dad's standpoint on it.
You know, gnar. Funny word. It's a silent G, but the textbook definition will tell you it's to shred, whether that be on a wave, the crest of a beautiful wave, or down a snowy mountain of sorts. But there's a deeper meaning. You know, my boys like to say, Dad, you know, fun, we're gonna go shred some gnar. You know, I like to think of myself as a cool dad. You know, I say, all right, kids, if you're gonna shred gnar, I'd rather you do it in front of me. But they go out. What are you gonna do, you know?
So now that you've heard from some different people, hopefully you have a pretty good definition of the word gnar. So finally, I'd like to send you off with a conclusion from my buddy Zach, who refers to himself as Dr. Gnar. So after this, you guys will be able to shred the gnar on your own.
Morning, class. How are we? Today we're going to be learning about the slang word gnar. Alright, so we're going to start with the graph I just jotted up real quick. Y equals gnar. So here you can see that it's a clear direct correlation between being cool and having swag. So next time you're out there, you're on the top of the slope with your buddies, or you're in the crest of the wave, just shred the gnar, all right? It's not that hard. It'll get you a lot more girls if that's what you're into. It'll just make you overall a better person. And that's chapter 8 on gnar, all right? Study.